And I wanted to try some new things out. I thought I'd doodle with some hexagons and try some different ways of incorporating voice and to get better at making videos in general. I don't know if I can doodle and talk at the same time without lots of ums and ors and uhs. But that's part of the practice, I think. I think one thing I've learned about making videos is that if you are going to say at least put a nice long space before you say anything else so that's easier to edit, or not use filler words at all, and so you don't have to edit. But I guess that "and so" is also filler. I'm just putting some hexagons in, overlapping. I didn't like this here because that's really close to this line here. I like to have some variation in the heights and where the different lines meet up. I guess sometimes you want them to line up, but I'm thinking about, okay, where's this corner in relation to this bottom line? Where is this top line in correlation to these other hexagons? Where is this line here in relation to this line I'm about ready to draw? Whoa, and then you mess up the whole thing. Well, you don't mess it up. You just have something you gotta fix. Yeah, we'll fix that. New problem. How about a circle or two? Maybe use that as the midline over here. It's pretty big. This one, I do like the idea of going from one to the other, but I don't want it to dominate too much. There we go, how about that one? Do this. I'm going to just go to there. Have that sort of shape. Give me the balance. A lot of weight here. I think I want to go, ooh, maybe something different here. Maybe I'll do something like this. There we go. Alright. And maybe something like, that's pretty big. Half. But this one adds the circle weight over here, so really I want to put it over on this side. And do I want to do the whole thing? That actually may be pretty cool. If I do this, right, then I can incorporate something over here. And then I also like to do something like this. You've got that line, put something right next to it. Over. There we go. Add some weight. This pen isn't great, perfect for doing this. There we go. There's no plan here, per se. Just playing around. That's pretty cool, I guess. So actually, that being said, I should, instead of that guy, let's go with, no, how about a 0.2 here? And this is a still tip here. And what's also cool about these guys, or not cool, depending on your viewpoint, is okay. Nope, that's a flat. I don't want that one. Let's see, grab this guy here. So these are, this is doesn't say anywhere. I guess it's water soluble. So I can come in here and pick one of these guys. I don't know. How about this? Whoop, I have some color on here. Oh well. I guess we're adding some color. But also, when I go to that black, since it's water soluble, it's going to bleed a bit, and it really shows up when you go over it. Anyway, I guess it dried more than I was thinking, but that will have that bleed. I really should have something to pick up that water, but I don't at the moment, so there we go. We've got a mess just waiting to happen. That's okay. A fun accident, so to speak. So I'm switching over to Micron 2 here, and I'm going to do some line connection. I don't know how much I'm going to do here. Well, sure. And then, yeah, let's make these thicker. Why not? Sounds good. If I go too close, I'm going to mess up with that. I'm going to run into that water, which will make things not quite what I want to do. Ooh, there we go. Here, let's go down here to fix this. Fixed. Just going over these lines, maybe not all of them, just some of them. And it feels good, whatever. Yeah, whatever feels good. And this is where I've just hit these optical illusions with hexagons. It just gets me every time. So got this hexagon here, it's overlapping with this one, and it's making this box. I'm now seeing a three-dimensional box here. And if I, yeah, sometimes I really, they really come out to me. The optical illusion of, instead of the hexagon, I really start to see that connecting lines here of a three-dimensional box. Anyway, it's just one weird thing about how my brain works when I'm looking at these too long. Here we go. And I do want to edit these down, so there's going to be some portions that I think I'll speed up, see how that works. I think while I'm here, this is one thing I like to do, and just pick sometimes it looks pretty cool to do that. Maybe do that same thing but different down here. Is that the direction I want to go? Sure. Do different weights. Maybe even two right next to each other. That really kind of gives it that, yeah, kind of. Anywho. So I've been watching this Doodle by George channel, and it's really, he's really inspired me to draw. Just how honest feeling his videos are. He's just doodling and talking, going over his process a little bit. Really sounds like an older gentleman who sounds like he has a very kind soul. One of us humans just trying to connect. And yeah, it just made me want to doodle and make a video to share. Maybe play with some voiceover or some editing of voice and music and stuff, because I don't know what I want this YouTube channel to be, because it is kind of an eclectic mix of software development, which is what I do for a profession, and one thing I definitely do enjoy doing. I'm certainly a puzzle person, and software development for me is very much like putting puzzles together, and it's certainly creative, which I feel like I have a very strong pull to create. Everyone's on an equilibrium of creator to consumer. I think I skew creative. Certainly a lot of consumer stuff I like also, but I want to do the circle. Uh-oh. Always the challenge. How about if I do this? That kind of speaks to me, but just half of it. But that seems to have, okay, that's dry. Yeah. So you can really see how that ink bleeds out. I don't know really how well that shows up. But this, so this is a colored pencil. Initially, I think it's, let's see, where is it? Where'd it go? Ah, there it is. I think it's this guy. This Derwent Crimson Lake. And so what I'll do is grab my brush. Is it the right one? Oh, just got water. And there's a bunch of ways to do this. I think I showed it on some previous videos with the trees. One way is to grab some paint off of the pencil and apply that somewhere. So that's kind of, I'll just do it right there. That's one way to get the color down. And I really should have another brush or something to pick up that excess water. Anyway, or you can lay down some pencil and come back with paint on it or a clean brush or whatever, and then pull that over. And I could color in the whole thing initially and do the same thing. So you can do that. Another way, it's not always my favorite way, but I can come in with, like, let's see, I do this. Lay down some water, I don't know, and then draw right on it while it's still wet. And that comes up with some interesting effects sometimes. And then you can also pull from that. See what that looks like afterwards. So those are some different ways of using the watercolor. So that's obviously still a couple puddles there, but that's some ways to do that. And I got a little puddle right here that happened. Sure, why not? Feed into that. I'll see what happens there. Who knows? Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to wait for all that to dry. Let's see, unless, I want to come back to here, do the micron, see if I can stay out of the water. This is dry. And this isn't watercolor per se paper. It is mixed media. Here we go. It is, let's see, Pentelic. And it is a multimedia sketch. 130 weight. There it is. Okay. Anywho, so back to this. So it's more mixed media than watercolor paper per se, so it's going to have some interesting effects. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Do I want to pull that? I'm wondering whether I want to pull these lines or not, or just leave them like that. Maybe I'll just leave them. Is there anything I can do for weight here? Stick with that for now. Maybe when these dry, I can come back and do something, but for right now, that's fine. I'm not looking for a finished piece, whatever whatever that means. If I could figure that out. Is it ever finished? Wasn't looking for a finished piece, just wanted to get some marks down on the paper. Awesome. There we go. A doodle, a hexagon and circle doodle. I think we'll call that good.